This man's name is Terelli.
I got a question. I got a YouTube channel where I speak up about this abuse. Yeah. It's not just me. A lot of different people. And I was hoping, because I'm trying to turn in Shelly, I was hoping I might be able to get your story and try to help turn it in. Yeah, go ahead. My story is, you're supposed to be my disability. Took her 5 months to pass it to somebody else. And the whole time she was on heroin while she was working for care. And she comes up to... She hasn't done anything for me in 3 months. She won't do nothing for anybody. She needs to do her job. You know, it's a simple job. Help people. Well, I have some recording equipment and a YouTube channel, and I'm willing to sit down and get your whole story and help to share awareness of what we're going through here. Yeah, for 9 months. I waited 9 months for them to finally fill out my disability. And then when I walked into the disability office, I knew right off that she was going to deny me. You know, I knew just by the way she said hello. And sure enough, she denied me. And that was a waste of time. You know? They keep taking away my disability by locking me up on illegal charges. Yeah. They do that. They lock people up to make money. What was your name again? Terelli. Terelli? Yeah. Gary, right? Is that right? No. Terelli Francis. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, I'm horrible with names. Yeah, there's a lot of people out here telling me their stories, and there's a lot of people pissed off with me, Shelly, because she's not getting anything accomplished. She doesn't do nothing. She's on heroin. Can't do nothing on heroin. I noticed that. I spent my whole weekend with a guy who was going to help me. He's a real nice guy, but he's a heroin addict, so I just end up wasting my money and my time. Yep. And that's who they keep pawning themselves off on. Either peer support workers that are on drugs and they're not mandatory reporters. Exactly. And then people like us who are sober got to go through all this. Garbage.
And that is our reality. The thing is that man had a stroke. Half of his face doesn't work. He has problems speaking. A lot of people have problems understanding him. And instead of having mercy on the man, they send him to people like Shelly, who does absolutely nothing. He doesn't have a friend or family member going in with him to do this stuff, though. If I had a friend or family member to help me turn in this abuse from the very start, I wouldn't have to go to places like TFCC. I wouldn't have to go to people like Nicole Peralta. I wouldn't have to trust that people at CARE are actually going to care. They may pretend a little bit, but in reality, if you are harmed, they will do everything they can to look the other way. The situation with Russell, well, I fought hard for that. But the situation with this new guy is that he's not taking the abuse seriously. He's not taking the situation with Shelly or Melissa seriously. Now, this guy isn't the only one who told me she's on heroin, and you know what? That would make perfect sense. Why she's always sick. Why she comes in upbeat, but doesn't really stay that way. Why it is that she repeatedly had to cut out at noon, or was in a magic hurry for no reason in the middle of some of our appointments. Or the telling me she's tired a lot. Well, I'm tired too. But at the same time, I'm tired because of abuse, because of fear, because of neglect, because of physical assaults, years worth of them. And no matter what I do, no matter how I try to turn it in, I'm told that it's the wrong way. When there's an allegation of abuse, you can write it down on a napkin. It needs to be taken seriously. And of course, in the jail, how do they play that? The same way they play it out here. Oh, that's not on the right piece of paperwork. That's not on the right piece of parchment. Oh, you didn't fill out the right form. You know what? It's an allegation of abuse. I don't care what form it's on. I could write it on toilet paper. It'll be good enough. Thing is, it's not just me. Mr. Terelli here is having to go through the same thing. We're sent back to these places, but see, he's also not dealing with the assaults that I'm dealing with. He's not dealing with the group stalking that I'm having to deal with. Does that mean that he's not worthy? Does that mean that we should ignore what he's going through? No, we absolutely should not ignore what he's going through. We need help, and people aren't listening.